Okay, well, I have the decals on now. Some of them didn't go on very well. They're older decals, and I wasn't sure exactly how they were going to work out. But there is on some of them, there's some pretty bad silvering that's happened. And I don't know that I'm going to be able to get rid of it. The decals, the larger decals here on the wings and the fuselage and the tail, and a couple of these decals around the engine jet intake here worked out fine. But this one here didn't. These didn't work out too well. And then the pilots' names here silvered pretty badly. Okay, we have drop tanks all installed. We have most of the landing gear doors installed. I've put a couple of missiles on the front here. I'm getting ready to put a couple of missiles in the back here. All the decals are on, such as they are. A lot of them have silvered. But it's the only ones I have for this aircraft, so I'm not going to buy any aftermarket ones. My feelings about this kit are that I didn't pay much money for it. Its quality of this kit, with all the fit issues and the gaps and lack of detail and that sort of thing, I'm not going to put a lot of extra effort into making this thing look better. Let's put it that way. I just wanted to have fun building it, which I did for the most part, except for some of the inordinate amount of sanding I had to do in a couple places. So yeah, the decals, not in that good a shape. I kind of knew that when I first opened up the box. But now that I have them placed on the model, I can see how they are performing, and they're not performing very well. So, still, it was a fun kit. Not quite done yet. I still have a couple of the doors to put on down here in the main landing gear. I still have all the canopies to paint and put on. And then I think that's probably going to be it. I'm not going to put the bomb clusters on this thing. Yeah. So when I come back, I will have a little bit more painting I've done here on the bottom half, the underside of the jet, and I'll have these other two missiles installed, glued onto the bottom. Okay. As I said, all the decals are on, and I was talking about how some of them have silvered really bad, so I removed a few of them here and there. And there's still a couple more I'm probably going to remove also. That I cannot get rid of the silvering. Yeah, I have the 3 drop tanks on now. And I'm starting to put the missiles on. the point now where I'm going to put these last two missiles on the underside of the jet. And then I'm going to give it another coat of the clear. So when I come back, I will have another clear coat put on this and the missiles on. Okay, and so here's where I'm at. All the decals are on. All the painting is totally done, including touch-ups. I've put a total of, 4 coats of flat clear over the entire model. Let's turn it over. I have two or three things left to do to complete this model. One is there's a couple of landing gear doors that go right in this area next to these missiles. The other thing is pretty obvious, and that's the canopy. Still has to go on. Then there is a combination missile and bomb cluster that gets mounted on the underside right here where these two holes are. And I've been working on those, putting those together. It's a pretty several part sub-assembly. So those are the three things left to do. Okay, well, here are the bomb clusters that are going to go underneath the wings. I've got them glued together. I just have to do a little touch-up painting on them. So those are basically ready to go. And then the canopy, I've started painting the canopy. This canopy unfortunately came scratched right here. But you only notice it in a certain light. So, yeah. Getting closer and closer to being done. I'm now putting on the underwing racks that hold the bombs. I have this one glued on, and I'm going to do this one. It doesn't take long for this to me extra thin to take a hold of the parts. Just have to hold it just for a little while here, and it'll get to a point where it'll start joining the pieces together, and I can just let go of it and it'll stay where it's supposed to. And I'm just about there right now. Like that. Okay, so we'll let this this glue do its thing. Once these are glued on really well, I'm going to do a little touch up on them here and there. And then I have these last two landing gear doors to put on down here on the main landing gear bays. And yeah, and that'll be it for the underside of the jet, and then I'll have the canopies pieces to put on, the windscreen and the canopies. And I haven't decided yet if I'm going to have them in the open position or the closed position. Probably the open position, because you know, this will be a static display that's you know, parked basically, and you know, ready to receive a pilot. And plus I want to be able to have the inside of the cockpit on display. So I'm going to pause this right now while these bomb packages dry up. Well, the underside of this jet is done. All the missiles and bombs, drop tanks, all the landing gear doors, all the paint. It's all complete. Complete as far as I'm concerned, and complete as far as I'm going to take this model. When I come back, we're going to turn this thing over and see how the canopies fit and make a decision on those, if I'm going to have them in the open position or closed position. All right, see you when I get back. And here is the top side of the Phantom. Only thing left to do now is I'm going to do one more coat of clear on everything. And then once that dries, I will install the canopy. The windscreen and the canopy. So that'll be coming up next, and that'll be the conclusion of the model build then. Well, here it is. The Revell 1/48 scale F-4J Phantom is complete. My conclusions about this model kit are, if you can find it at a really low price, it's worth the frustration and the aggravation, if you will. Worth the challenge, I should say, of building it. The Academy version did not have any fitting issues to speak of. So, this Navy version by Academy, I did this several months back, and I wanted to give this Revell one a try. It was at a really low price, and found it online. So I decided to get it and give it a try. So there you have it. There's the final. I am now done with this one. Thanks for watching, and have a good time.